Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. New releases from Kershaw. I assume that these are available now, so whenever you're watching this video, you should be able to use the link in the description to check these out. It does help my channel when you use these links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks so much to Kai USA, Kershaw, for sending these in. I wasn't actually expecting anything. I assumed that the last box contained all of their current new releases, but apparently there's more. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have here? One thing, the Remnant. And then it says Belair clip. I'm going to guess that means clip point. At least that's actually almost certain that that's what that means because I saw the packing slip. Yeah. So we have my Micarta. And I'm going to get this out of here. There we go. So we have my Micarta, actually pretty nice. So I always prefer like the forest green, but I don't mind this. Like the OD's okay. I think I always, refer to this as like grandma's couch, right? Oh yeah, it's a nice clip point blade. So the Kershaw Belair in whatever form is a knife that's made in the USA. Magna cut, steel liners, crossbar lock, or whatever Kershaw calls their crossbar lock, and in this case, Micarta. The Belair tends to be, like the entry versions tend to be right around 150 bucks, making this knife, in my opinion, one of the very best USA options for an EDC pocket knife. It's truly one of the best value USA pocket knives as far as like materials and build quality for the money. So yeah, I like, if you're looking, if you've ever looked at the Bug Out and you're like, oh, it's a cool knife. Like I get the idea, lightweight, compact, slim, all of that. And then you look at the price tag and you want to barf out of your ears or your eye sockets. Yeah. Most of us feel the same. So the better alternative by a landslide, slightly shorter, but the better alternative by a landslide is the Belair in whatever configuration you like. I mean, honestly, at this point, there are so many configurations. This has a little bit of a ramp here. So that lock-in on the jimping is really, really good. Very, very comfortable. Very cool. I hope they do different colors of Micarta, but yeah, I do like that. That's nice. I'm hoping that they stick to that, right around $150 price tag. Obviously, if you get one with like carbon fiber, I think those are a little bit more expensive. And then this is the Remnant, which sounds familiar. Yeah. Hold on. Didn't I just look at this? Did we do something different with this? We must have. So the Remnant that I got didn't feel great. There was something about, was it like the up and down play? This is a button lock. It's not an auto, right? Yeah, it's a button lock. Now, this has a little filler tab on it. Oh, so it's G10. Okay, so this is G10. This is different from what I remember. I think the one that I handled was either aluminum or injection mold plastic. I can't remember. But this is G10. We have little gold standoffs. Kind of cool. Filler tab. Some people hate it. Some people love it. I personally, I don't, as a fan of Hinderer knives, I'm used to seeing the filler tab. Doesn't really bother me. As a right-handed person, I'll never utilize this area, but it's nice that left-handed people have an option, I guess, right? Thumb studs, pretty straightforward there. So I have a nice tumbled finish on this blade. And let's look and see what the steel is. So this is D2. So this is intended to be a budget knife, obviously. Push the button there, and yeah, the action feels pretty good. Now, moment of truth, though. The last was, maybe it wasn't the Remnant. There was a budget button lock. Was it like the something to do with fire, or like I can't remember. Their button lock system had up and down play, which is, I was shocked to see from Kershaw. A bunch of you in the comments told me that mine was goofy and that yours did not have play, so maybe, let's feel. This one is solid. That's good. There's a little bit, I gotta be honest, there's a little bit of left and right play. Can we just adjust? Let's do that real quick. Just because sometimes that's the case, right? I mean, anymore, companies know that we don't like that they Loctite these things from the factory. So most of them don't do that. And then sometimes, the pivots just come undone. So slight turn there, getting closer, a little more. There we go. Can it still drop? It's pretty, I think maybe that was just a tight close. Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. So it did just need a little bit of a turn. Are we still centered? Yes, looks like we are. So that's great. Okay, it just needed a little turn of the pivot there. The detent that is created by this plunge lock is pretty good. There's also a little spot right. Yeah, what is this? What am I feeling here? Is that the button itself? Interesting. Right here. There's a noticeable amount of additional friction right here. But it is definitely the button, because holding it down, no movement. That's just interesting. Okay, that just feels slightly different. Maybe it has to do, because this has it's got a pretty good feeling detent. It does not feel like, what's going on here? What's different about you? Why are you so strange? Right there. What's happening? Is there a detent ball in there? Hold on. Hold on a second. I'm wondering if they have made a combination. Why are you so strange? What mysteries do you hide? Something is touching the blade. The detent, the reason that I'm questioning this is because it feels too good for the detent to be created solely by the plunge lock. I think we're going to have to take this apart. Okay, so there is something interesting. I'm willing to bet what I'm feeling is that right there. You can tell me your theory, but I'm going to guess, this is going to be a nightmare to put back together. I'm going to guess that is some sort of detent assist. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why else it would be in there, but it's there, and I don't know what other purpose that could serve. It does stick up just a bit, just a little tiny bit. And then the detent on this knife, for it being a plunge lock, does feel suspiciously better than a typical plunge lock. So, I don't know. Maybe that's what that is. Maybe it's not. This is not a review. We're learning and discovering about this knife, right, just initially here. But it is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing back together. All right, I've got it back together. So I don't know why I thought it was going to be really hard. But no, it was actually insanely simple to just put that back. I assumed that some part was going to move and it was going to be kind of a mess to put back together, but no. So what we have here is a button-operated, it's a button lock. It's not a button-operated compression lock, but it is just a plunge lock. But it has a little nub that makes the detent much better. There is you can still feel it right there as the that piece that's sticking out of the blade face is interacting with, I guess, well, it would be I don't know exactly what it's interacting with, the liner or whatever it's passing over. I get maybe the plunge lock itself, but it's acting as either an assist or the detent entirely. Maybe it takes over completely for that plunge. It doesn't make the locking system stronger. It makes it, if I understand it correctly, I'm just guessing based on taking a look here, right? Get the details from Kai USA before I do the final review, which again, this is not. But it feels like it assists in the action. I mean, it definitely does feel like it's got a detent. It feels a lot better. My thing is, it's like, why are we trying to improve the plunge lock? I mean, this system can be, like, a button-operated compression lock is just better because it's both a stronger system and it has a detent ball. But maybe it's more costly to do that, right? So if they're trying to keep costs down, fine. And furthermore, it's something that I try to remind people, as much as I do prefer button-operated compression locks or different locking systems entirely, as long as you are using this knife as a basic cutting tool and not a screwdriver, pry bar, hammer, etc., objects that it is most certainly not, it'll be fine. You just don't want to apply spine pressure or spine impact to your pocket knife. But that is interesting that little thing is there. Perhaps that's not what that is at all, and I'm making this up in my head because I don't know what is going on there. But you can tell me what you think down in the comment section, and then I'll get the details and include those details in the final review. Again, I'm assuming these are available, so I'll link them down in the description. Excuse me, that's going to be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.